This is Dr. Trevor Miller, and I'm with
Hannah Fleek.
And Hannah has agreed to talk to us for a moment and give us a testimonial. So, tell us a little bit about your story there.
I was having pretty bad hip pain, and I would be just walking along, and I would get a pain in my hip, and it would shoot all the way down to my leg, and my whole leg would go numb sometimes, and I would just have to go sit down, and it just made going through the day very hard.
And describe originally the pain in as much detail as you can.
The pain felt like my leg was going numb, but then it would get really super sharp, and I would have to lift my leg up and just to get the pain to ease up at all.
What could you do at the time to get the pain to ease up?
Mainly just sitting down and trying to lift my leg up to relax it as much as possible.
And what irritated it?
More walking, trying to lift stuff at times, more or less just standing and being on my feet all day long.
And how constant was the pain?
It would go on for, a couple minutes at times, but then sometimes it would go on for hours.
And so with all of that, how did it affect your livelihood?
It affected it pretty bad. It would make it hard just to make it through the day because I work 10 to 11 hours a day.
And how did it affect home life?
Pretty hard because I deal with my sick son, and I don't have the option at times just to sit down and think about myself and relax, so the pain would get pretty bad.
And so what did you give up that you love to do?
Trying to walk around as much. I couldn't relax, couldn't go outside as much with my son.
And prior to coming here, what all had you tried to do to get rid of this?
Tried relaxing, but that obviously wasn't an option. Taking some pain medicines, just staying off of it, but when it's not an option, there was no way to fix it.
And did you try over-the-counters?
Yep.
And how did those work for you?
Nothing ever really worked, muscle relaxers, and it was hard just to pinpoint where the pain was, so different medications weren't working, no pain relievers.
And did you notice that you were starting to have other issues as you were taking the painkillers and or the over-the-counters?
Yeah, I got headaches more, in my opinion, and nothing just helped at all, so it just made taking it not even worth it.
And so how did you get introduced to Integrated Health of Indiana?
Through my husband and my father-in-law. They both come here.
Actually, a whole bunch of the family comes here.
A lot. Mildred.
And so what was it that we did that others hadn't done that you think helped you?
Cared. I think that's a big thing, dug deep down to find what the actual problem was, not just saying, okay, take this medicine, go feel better.
And so a lot of people know what chiropractors do, and they know I just want to get popped and this, that, and the other. Mm-hmm. What were the things that we addressed outside of manual medicine that you believe helped you?
Changing my diet completely. And doing different exercises and basically trying to change my lifestyle that medicine just wouldn't fix or can't fix.
Well, we didn't change your lifestyle.
Oh,
you
yes.
changed your lifestyle because that's work that you did. We can't go in there, but you did listen and you did read and you did do the work. And here you are now, pain-free and doing what you want to do.
Amazing.
Interestingly enough, you talk about changing your diet. How did that affect your family?
It helped my family because Stephen was already following the plan pretty well. And then I started with myself and then starting it with my son. And it honestly became easier with doing it for the whole family rather than just one of us.
And how did that affect your son?
It has helped his health, in my opinion, greatly. And just little things, we switched him from whole milk, and we switched him to the lactose free, and just that little bit of a change has helped him so much.
So getting back to you, because we will dig deeper into him later, but getting back to you, describe the process of treatment and the emotions you experienced during the treatment.
I just had to think positive and always try your best. You can't think down. I mean, you got to give everything a shot to try to figure out and, help yourself. Definitely, that was my biggest thing. You've got to think about yourself and try to get yourself better before you can try to take care of everybody else.
How's the atmosphere here at the clinic?
It is amazing.
We have a lot of fun.
It's like coming home.
We have a lot of fun, and
Yes.
that environment actually helps with healing. So.
Yes, I mean, smiling faces everywhere. Laughing is the best.
Describe the results, both immediate and by the end of treatment, and what were some things that you didn't even think were going to be helped that were helped?
The pain in my hip completely gone. I mean, weeks ago, that was 100%. I've somehow managed to lose weight. And, giving up some foods was hard, but, in the overall, looking back now, it's like, thank goodness I came here.
Well, and we just went over your labs, so we definitely have some work to
Right.
do in there. But that's something that we do that's different. When we take blood labs and we look at these things and we see that vitamin D is low, insulin is
Right.
high, and these are all inflammatory things that we
Right.
really want to take care of, because if we catch those now,
Right.
they don't develop into bigger issues later. And so what can you do now that you couldn't do 6 weeks ago?
I can run almost. I can able to, get down comfortably on the floor. I could walk, at daycare. I was riding the tricycles out on the playground with the kids the other day, and before there was no way my hip and my leg would let that even think about happening, and it's just nice to be able to do that, especially with an 18-month-old.
Well, just now you can get on the floor and play with him.
Yes, it's amazing.
And how has this impacted your life in all the aspects of your life?
I think it's made it definitely better, brighter. You don't have to worry about, I'm going to wake up in pain. You can get up, start the day, and focus on something more important.
Focus on something productive.
Yes.
Although focusing on yourself is not a bad deal.
Yeah, right.
And so would you recommend Integrated Health of Indiana for, well, you've already done it for your family,
Yeah.
but your friends as well?
Yep, I tell them all the time. They're like, where are you going to your chiropractor appointment? I tell them, I'm like, you need to go there. You will laugh, They will figure out if you do have a problem. Because I never really thought that anybody would figure out my hip. And then, when you go through no pain, it's like, wow. Change is great.
Well, thank you for your time, Hannah, and you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.